Hey, everybody.
Oh, hi.
We are the Hunns, and today we are going to be talking about the process.
So it's been a while since we've done a podcast. I feel like it's been forever.
Yeah, it has.
Because
It's been a couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, we've had, let's see, some festivities, I should say.
Oh, yeah.
We've had like the holidays and everything, so.
Yeah, we're through the holidays, and those were nice and everything. But tonight, we are going to talk about the process. This process I'm talking about is the van life process.
Yeah, and in case you didn't catch our previous episodes where we talked about how we got a van and our dream of doing van life, and might want to check that out.
You can check that out on the other videos.
Yeah,
we've got lots of them, but not that many van life videos yet, because here's the deal.
It's a process.
It is a process, and we are videoing or vlogging the entire process, from living in a home to selling everything, selling the house, and hitting the road full time. So a lot of people they're asking already, how's life on the road? And we're like, we're not there yet.
Baby steps.
Yeah.
Literally.
And this process is a big process. It's almost overwhelming, but we're just in the beginning of it. So, but the thing is we have our van. So our van is the motivation because when we made the decision that we wanted to do this, and we got our van, it's either that or no, I don't know.
It's either that or we got a fancy camper, and
yeah,
we don't just want a fancy camper.
Yeah, exactly.
We chose this specific van for a specific reason.
Right.
And it's just didn't realize that it was going to be, we kind of knew it was going to be a process to get there. We didn't realize it was going to be in this, I guess, getting the van first.
Yeah.
We thought that was going to be even a longer process, but God had other plans, and he's like, he blessed us with it, and it worked out to have that first. And so it is definitely a motivation, because of course we see that and we have it, and it's like, okay, we have it, we can do it. We just have to take care of everything else beforehand.
Yeah. So we have, we've given ourselves a 1 year time frame, and the 1 year is basically the year we're going to take a year to downsize, do garage sales. We've already had a garage sale, and just sell our stuff on marketplace, and basically just get rid of everything that we don't need, because it's
and we're not
so
gonna need,
living. So we've always been kind of nomadic. Before we had kids, we'd probably been 17 different.
Yeah, we were going to do a whole podcast on that, because of how many times we've moved and how many homes we've had, and you would think we were traveling gypsies.
Yeah, we're not military family either,
Yeah.
but so, and we've had pull behind campers, and we've had pop-up tents, and like we started with a pop-up camper, and then we what did we go after that? We got a motorhome, and then we did a cross-country road trip, and that with the kids, and that was amazing. And then we've had 2 pull behind campers, and they all leak. So the main thing that really got us interested in the van life is, and I've had vans before. I've had 2 vans before. They don't leak.
Well, it's also the process that it takes to setup and to be able to break away from it when you want to go somewhere. And,
right.
There's just a lot more involved when you have the pull behind. So, we were like, well, we don't want to do that again. And if we're going to get another camper, that would be a good, the driving kind.
Yeah.
Is what we wanted. But also the van we got is because we have been inspired by others that we've found on YouTube. Kind of when we were just looking into what tiny, it's kind of like when we were thinking about downsizing and getting like a smaller home possibly or something. But
yeah, we were.
But then we came across the van life and we're like, oh
yeah, we were kind of thinking about the tiny home thing for a while, and so that's going to be on the back burner. That might be in our future.
Yeah.
After the van, we might move to a tiny home, which would be like a mansion. I mean, so, but I don't know. We don't know what the future holds.
But for now, we have a camper van. So
yeah,
that's what
but basically, it's we've come to the decision now. So our kids are grown; they're all adults, and when
they're going to be doing, what they want to do eventually.
When we bought our house because we wanted to have a home, a secure place for our children to grow up and go to school, and
have their own.
We didn't want to be moving around, and so that's why we've been here. So we've been here, what,
17 years? Whoa. I think that's what she said when we were thinking about, like,
yes, it is.
Thinking about, like, it was 2009.
Oh, 2009. Yeah. So yeah, that's crazy. Time flies. I was going to say 10 years.
No.
Man, if we would have been on a 15-year mortgage, we'd have been paid off. Oh well. What can you do? Anyway, so we've come to the point now where we're empty nesters pretty much. Our daughter is living here for the year with us. But she's 20, so she'll be going out on her own, and we just we don't want to have the obligations and the responsibilities that come with the house, and it's a lot. I mean, and it's more than we need. We don't really, I mean, it's just, you end up hoarding stuff, not like the hoarders on TV.
I mean, and it's not that we have that much stuff that it looks like we've hoarded. It's just you feel like it's just so much stuff that we've collected over time. I know everybody feels that way because I've talked to other people about that. Like, sometimes you just look around and you're like, I just have a lot of stuff. And
especially like,
but it's not even that. Stuff. It's not even just that. It's the idea of wanting to go on the road is really what was appealing to me. When I was looking at tiny homes and came across people living in their vans, I was like, I mean, you can it's like a vacation home on wheels. Like, you can literally just go and explore different places. And, even if you work, like, you could just go for the weekend or, whenever you take your vacation, you don't have to get an Airbnb. You don't have to get a hotel room, whatever. I mean, you have your place you can stay, and you just pick the place you want to go and find a place you can stay around there. Anyway, it's just, it seemed very appealing. And then I was like, well, I would see how people were living in it. And I'm like, at first I was like, no, these people are crazy. How can you live in that tiny little space? But then you realize that you're only sleeping in it, really. You're only preparing your meals in it. And once you're out there, you're exploring and you're getting out. And it's like, you have the whole world that's your living space. It's like, so that's right. Where I was like, okay. And that's what I felt was pulling me, because I do work from home. So I feel like I'm just always in the house. Like, I'm always at home. And then I get comfortable, and where I'm like too comfortable and I don't really care to go out. And I'm just like, I get too comfortable sitting at home. And so then I'm like, I don't want to be like that. I want to get myself out there and hike or do things, see the different places, the beautiful world that we have out there, just right here in our country.
I was thinking how they call it van life. It's like, I don't know, it's almost like cliche, but they call it van life, and I was thinking it's really just life. It's like living life to the fullest.
Just having the way to do it.
Just getting out there and doing things. I mean, I don't want to be stuck on a couch watching TV or whatever, not that that's all we do, but I mean, I just don't want to be stuck here in a house for the rest of my life. That might be somebody else's dream, and that's fine.
It's something that's pulling us out there. Like there's something that it's just calling us. He would say the mountains are calling. I'll check it out for a little bit, but then when we're done here, we go check out somewhere else. And like I'm all about that.
And I call it wanderlust or wanderlust. She doesn't like that word, but it really is.
No,
it's kind of it's something that's primal, and it's like I always have that in since I was a kid. I've always wanted to just go be free, and I've pretty much done that.
Not me. I'm the opposite. I was.
And then we met.
I was comfortable where I was. I mean, I kind of lived in the same house my whole life growing up until I moved out on my own. And then, of course, we moved a lot. But before, though, I was always fine, like in my little town. I couldn't even imagine living anywhere else. Never lived anywhere else but Florida until we met and until we've moved into different places. And I kind of just went with the flow, though. It was like it wasn't really shocking. At first, when I had to move for the first time to Missouri, that was shocking.
That's because we went to Missouri.
From Florida to Missouri, and it was in the winter. During the winter, we drove through a storm. I'm like, what am I even doing? How am I doing this? I don't even know.
Yeah.
But and I kind of feel like I do have a sense of adventure that's kind of just brewing or whatever you want to say.
Yeah, and we purposely, that was one of the things we've always talked about. We had kids young, so when they're grown, we're still going to have time to get out there and have fun.
I remember saying that.
And adventure. So that's the plan. And the process is what we're going through right now until we get to that point. And the thing is, we've watched so many videos on YouTube that are super helpful, but for the most part, all the videos and channels we watch, and we'll talk about them too, because they're awesome. There's awesome people out there doing this right now, but I haven't seen anyone that is showing the process. Have you?
No, I think there was one guy.
Did he?
No, it was
do it. Or?
It was a girl. Yeah, so it was a girl that she was like showing her house after she had already cleared it out. Though it was like she did like a walkthrough or something. Like, okay, I'm leaving my house and I'm going to my van to live in my van, and it was like she just did the walk. So it was kind of like you got the idea. Like, wow, she had to like really sell everything. No, there's been two. So there was another girl that did that too, but that was the earlier one I watched. It was a while ago. Just recently I watched another one where she went through her house and said how she was just going through and just selling everything. But that's the process. Like when you actually go to do that, it's like, oh my God, what am I doing? Like, oh my gosh, why do I have so much stuff?
Yeah.
Clothes?
Seriously.
How do I even have this much clothes? I don't even remember getting all these clothes. I'm like, no wonder my laundry is never ending. So starting the process is very overwhelming.
There's not very many people doing videoing and showing the process before they do it. There's a lot of people living the dream already that have said, we worked in a 9-to-5 and we did this and that. Well, we're there now and we're going to show the whole process. And we have a van, so we will be doing the van life things. We're going to be going to festivals, and we'll talk about that later. But we're going to be doing all the live from the hive or live from the Hunny Hive, which is our van. We've already done some of those, and we're going to be doing lots more. And that's our goal, is to really get out and have people tell their stories.
Take our podcast on the road
from the hive. Yeah. And take our podcast on the road and just meet awesome new people.
Take you guys with us.
And the thing about us is we're a music family, so we're very involved with music. I've been playing drums for 30 years. more than that. And we go to festivals and we do all that. So we're just going to take that and step it up to where we'll be interviewing,
hopefully interviewing vans.
Well, we are.
Vans.
We've already got some lined up. So we're going to be interviewing bands and talking to musicians, and then the people behind the scenes at festivals and stuff like that. But let's back up a little bit and talk about
the process.
When we started to research the whole van life thing, we of course went to YouTube.
Yeah, and we would fall into we were following those who are doing the builds, which were very intriguing and very interesting to see those, where people would just buy an empty van and they would build it out to their specifics, like whatever they wanted. That was amazing. Wish we could have done that. I mean, it would have been great if we could have done that, because I do appreciate that. I appreciate like all the hard work that goes into those, and just it's some of them are just so beautiful. The woodwork that some people do in there. But yeah, I love those, but we just had no idea how we would be able to even do that. So when we looked into it in a way that it happened, the way that, for us to get one, and we just got one already built. It's brand new.
So let me cut you off there. And what we did was we bought a Class B. So we were looking into every option and trying to figure out how to make it work. To buy a brand new ProMaster, we wanted new. I didn't want used. To buy a brand new ProMaster and then do the interior and everything, it's quite expensive. And so that's why we kind of lucked out. I mean, with the deal we got it's an Integra Arc.
Well, we also had a friend that had connection. Well, was in the field, and I mean, we're like, hey, Brian's already
Brian. Shout out Brian.
I mean, he's in that business, so why not?
Everybody go see him at him and General RV.
And he just happened to be going to an RV show or having an RV show, and we're like, perfect. And they just happened to have those type of vans there, and
so we were able to get our van with the same exact payments I already paid for my truck. And so it worked out perfectly. And so our plan, we got in. Now what we're doing is we're basically making it our own on the inside. We're doing our thing, all the interior, as much as we can. We don't want to like paint or anything. Like we had the past couple of campers, we painted them real cool, but we kind of don't want to do that.
We want to keep it intact for keep it new.
Just in case we upgrade in the future, so where we can just take the stuff off the walls, so we don't have anything. So basically, we're just like command hooks and stuff like that. Some of the stuff's
kind of like when you do apartments or when you're renting places.
Just nothing super permanent. We're gonna do a cool honeycomb wallpaper inside or whatever it's called. But anyway, that's the process. You're gonna watch that. We're gonna document all that.
But so we were looking at those, and then we were looking at just people like doing it full time and learning about those people, and that's what was really just like, okay, I think we can do this, and let's start finding more people that we could relate to also, because I think there were like the one guy that we found.
So the first guy that I saw on YouTube, and y'all are going to be like, duh, I mean,
he's like the godfather of van life.
He's the GOAT. Yeah, the godfather. He's the godfather. And y'all know who I'm talking about, right? Yes. Bob Wells. So, and he's Cheap RV Living, and I'll put everybody's whatever call tag or
he is hashtag. Amazing. He's like
he's just like anything you need to know. Go to his channel, and it's going to be on there. There's like 2 million videos, but there's a lot of videos. But every single one is a resource for whatever it is you're trying to do. So he's been like super helpful in every way. I'll be like, I wonder if he's talked about this, and I'll go to his channel and like search around. Yep, sure enough, So anything you need as far as that goes.
Well, he interviews a lot of people that know a lot of stuff too. So he'll get people that do the van builds, and he'll ask them questions, and he gets people on there that've been doing van life for like 60 years, or well, they're 60 years old, probably doing it for 30 years. Doing it 40, some people 40, have been doing it for a long time.
40 years, I think.
Yeah, and then he'll like interview people that make things, and that you might need, and all the different tools.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and that's kind of what we plan to do, but we're going to be more not really. I mean, we're going to do a lot more music-based stuff, but it's whatever. We will.
LIVIN.
Exactly. We're going to podcast with whoever. But so what was the next one? What was the first one you found? The first channel you found? Oh, and real quick. So we have another thing that kind of, and I understand, I get it, because we'll probably end up doing it maybe someday. But a lot of these channels, they're like super cool. We'll be watching them and we're like, super cool. And then all of a sudden they start getting like numbers and endorsements and stuff. So it becomes like a commercial. And then all they do is commercials. And
that was like, one couple that we were watching.
So we don't watch them anymore. But it's just, it's like, and that's great for people who are looking for products and stuff, but that's not us.
Well, I think there's some people that either in their corporate life, when whatever they were doing before, maybe they're marketers, they do things like that, which I think maybe that's how they were. And so it makes sense that that's what they end up doing to make money, living their full time, and they live in like.
And I get it. That's what makes their channel work, So that's, hey, more power to you.
Yeah.
But we're going to be doing wild and crazy ADHD adventures. So you might see.
You never know. We might even I don't even want to talk about it because we don't even know what we're going to.
If you don't believe us, just look at our channel. Scroll down there, and you. Yeah,
we're just gonna have a good time.
Random stuff that we do, but we have fun. It's life.
So when I started watching, getting past just the van builds, I started to search for actually people living the life and doing, how are they doing it? Like, how are they living in their vans? And we came across this guy in the UK. He, his name's Andy, right?
Andy.
Our Van Tales.
Yeah.
So he was pretty interesting to watch because he's he's somewhere over in
he's a cool dude. He's in
because he travels all like Morocco and Spain and so he's traveling all over there. Anyway, so we were watching him, and he also had connections to different people. And one of the girls that he was traveling with, because I noticed that's kind of like what they do too. Like you find like your group of people that you end up traveling with, and this one girl that was with him, and I can't remember her name. She was only with him for a short while, and then she had her own. I actually think I found her through another site too that was showing her little van. She had the cutest little, it's like a little tiny minivan that she was living out of. But she was very inspiring because she talked about how she actually left corporate life and went straight into doing the van life full time. And just her story was just inspired me. And I was like, wow, that's awesome. And then I don't know what happened. I can't find her on YouTube. I did have her. I was subscribed, and then all of a sudden it's gone. So I don't know if somebody quits YouTube altogether and just signs off and they just go away. I don't know, but I can't find her.
She's been shadow banned.
So anyways, she had a very inspiring story, and I wish I could remember what her name was.
But it's cool how they do that with the we've noticed with all these different channels. We'll see them at one event and they're like all hanging out, and then we'll see each individual video on their own channel, and I'm like, wait, it's like a different perspective. And it's so cool. So we're and they're like super welcoming people, like the ones we've met so far.
We've come across. Like we haven't met them yet.
No, I mean met online or whatever. We haven't met any, but we have an event coming up soon.
Well, first, before we get to that, there was another girl that we came across her camper because it was super cute. It was like she's like a fairy, and her van is like decked out like a fairy forest or wood cabin in the forest. And so she's Roots in the Wild. What's her name? Roots in the
I can't read your writing. Like a doctor.
Jessica and Reese. So they're also
we love them.
They're also in the UK or Scotland. They're somewhere over there. But she's just very whimsical. And so, of course, her videos draw you in. Like, oh my gosh, like I want that.
She's very talented.
But it's like over there. It's like Scotland. It's beautiful.
Right.
But yeah, so that was hers are inspiring. And we
like her. Like when we were watching the tiny home videos and stuff like that. That's like me personally. I mean, she's the same way, but me personally, I love that kind of like forest fairy core. That's terrible. I need to cut that out. But like, what do they call it? Like gnome core? Or, no, it's called something. Jade would know.
No.
Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. It's
whimsical.
Like all the whimsical stuff.
Like
I love that kind of stuff.
Woodland.
And we saw, woodland. Yeah. And we saw a van that this man built. Like it was like a second one custom built. And I'll try to find it.
Hobbit van. I think it's actually what they call it.
That's what it is. Van. Look it up. And man, that is insane. It's beautiful.
I can't imagine how heavy that is, though.
Oh my gosh!
I don't think they'd be.
He's not.
They would driving that.
He's not pulling a lawn trailer with that one. But anyway, yeah. So that kind of, and it's funny because we'll watch one, and the algorithm will pick up on what we're watching. So all of a sudden, we'll get all these new ones, and then we kind of just go down the rabbit trail, seeing who we like, and then we came upon
Sarah Foss.
Yeah.
Wait.
Did we find her earlier, or was it?
Oh, you know what? It might have been Nikki Daventhal.
Yeah, I remember both of them, and yeah, they're because they had dogs, and Sarah Foss's dog is like angel.
It's like the perfect little dog.
We have 3 little hellions.
So I think it was Nikki Daventhal, because Nikki, she apparently was like an influencer, and then she started a YouTube channel because she started in a car, and then she moved to like a truck camper or something. And then she was in a van, and she's been in like several vans now. But hers is more like a series, like a show. Yeah, like it's very entertaining.
And the reason I like her a lot is because she's like super. I'm not gonna say like, how do you guys say this? She's not like, it's like authentic. I don't want to say anything bad because I know there's other people that are authentic, but there's other people that are like putting on a show.
Okay,
it's not
there's
real.
A few people,
but she'll like jump in. The dogs jump in, and there's Sandy and stuff. I'm like, okay, that's what I want to see. I want to see. How do you deal with a dog that just got out of the ocean and he wants to go to bed or something like that?
Yeah, I've come across. I've watched some. We have some of the videos that show you how.
That's why, because we've watched those, right. And those are the ones we like. There's on the other spectrum. There's this like beautiful van life where they're like looking out over
perfect.
Zion Park, and they're like making lattes, and my son calls them what's he call them? Trust fund kids. So I don't know if that's true or not, but I know their rigs are like $200,000 plus. So anyway, good for them. That's awesome.
Anywho,
we want the real stuff. I want to see the real stuff. That's what we want to film, is the real the process of the realities of what we're getting into. You know?
So I appreciate people like Nikki. She actually will show you a day in a life. Like she'll drive her van wherever she's going, and then she'll get out, she'll make her breakfast, then she'll go out. It's like, it's kind of like you get a glimpse of this is her day or day to day, what she's doing. And the way she sets it up is like episodes of like a TV show, and it's like it's out in the wild with Nikki. But yeah, so those are fun to watch, and she's very informative. She's got a lot of tips and tricks and things that are helpful. And then Sarah Foss, I just love her.
Yes,
she is just, her van is so beautiful. But she's so venturous. Like, I'm definitely not as adventurous as her. She probably hikes like forever, a whole day. She's out there all the time. She's traveled a lot, and we've seen a lot of her videos.
Yes, we love her.
And
channel's awesome.
She's actually inspired me to get the cooking stuff that she uses. Not as expensive as hers. I got the more not so expensive stuff, but her pots and pans are cool because it has the detachable handles and stuff. Anyway, so she had some really good tips too on things that you might want to have for security purposes. And she actually does videos where she'll talk to you about all the different things that she has in her van, things that are helpful. But yeah, so
what I really love about her is her routine.
Oh yeah.
I have so much respect for how she does her daily routine.
Immaculate.
And that I will never be able to do that.
Oh my gosh,
because I'm all over the place. But
and we have
God bless her.
She's got the
she has a time set out to wash her van, takes care of her dog. Her dog's beautiful. I mean, and so I love that.
I believe she mentioned,
and I'm sure you have to have a routine.
Yes, and that's why I think she mentions that, how that just helps her because it makes things just more comfortable and like just makes everything go a lot easier when you can have a routine.
Yeah.
But I believe she does mention that she had her dog trained. So there's a lot of them that have their dogs trained to be very well behaved before they go, and I have heard that that's something they recommend. And I was like, that probably would be a good idea, but I don't know. I mean, we got one dog. She's not gonna be trained. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. She's too old for that. But she's cool. All right,
she ain't gonna go out and lunge on somebody's.
She doesn't even. So you don't even know if she's there half the time. But the other two, I don't know. We might have to look into
Terriers. They're fun.
Yeah, they're wild.
They're a lot of fun.
They
listen. They're good dogs.
Yeah,
they're just gonna be very adventure. We're gonna have an adventure with them. And that's another thing that the dog thing is, we love watching other channels that have dogs because we're like, okay, how do they do this? Because she's way more, what's the word? I don't know. That's like
not intimidated as much.
Yeah, that's the scariest thing for me is having the dogs, because I'm like, okay, what if we have to do this? What do we do with the dogs? What do we do with the dogs? So it's good to see other people who have dogs that are doing, the normal activities. And I mean, like
Nikki Daventhal.
Yeah. She has
she's got two big dogs.
She has the dogs that when they were trying to go somewhere and there was no dogs allowed. And so I guess they put them back in the van. But that's another thing. You can get a sticker that says, I don't know, do you put your number on that?
No, there's just a sticker that says canine on board.
Climate controlled.
Yeah. So you're not worried. Right. Now I have seen some people put notes on the windows, or they'll say like, if you're concerned or if there's an emergency, please don't hesitate to call her. And you just put like your phone number. And that's just when you're going to be gone for a little bit, like to the grocery store or, a couple hours or something, where you're not going too far. I mean, because again, these are like our children, so I'm with them all day, every day. That's why I feel like, this is my life. They literally will sit with me all day. Or, I'm just used to them being right there. And, you know, if we have to take them somewhere, we take them. We go places that will allow the dogs. And if we have to find doggy daycare, just like we do with kids, you know, that might not be that much or that often, you know, because most of the things that we're going to be doing is hopefully they're with us. So, but if there is any time that we have to leave them, I have found that there are people that will say, you know, you get that sticker, you let people know that there is climate control. We have air or we have heat. And so it's not like we're just leaving them in a hot vehicle. So it's our home, you know, it's where they live. So of course it's going to be climate controlled. And then, if we have to leave a number just so people aren't, you know, if there is an emergency or people are concerned, they can call us and be like, hey, we are on our way back. We're almost there. Don't worry. We got it. And there's cameras. Yeah, we do plan on having a camera that we can see inside. So anywhere we go, we can always see them. We have them here. We check on our, you know, dogs while we're away. So you can talk to them through it. So there's all these, that's what's great about like people that are doing this. And when you look into it and research and you find like people already doing it, you find all these things and it kind of just helps you, not have so much anxiety about it. And when it comes to, I got to think about that. You know, so we're thinking about all of those things. So
it's the process.
So now, once we found the people we've been watching, we wanted to look into what are the things that we can do, because we've been wanting to go to festivals.
We're going to talk about these people right here.
Not yet. Okay. So we've been wanting to get back into festivals. We were going to music festivals already. And we were thinking about contacting our friends and seeing about volunteering again, you know, possibly. And maybe we will now that we have a camper again, because we didn't have a camper before we got this. I mean, our camper went whatever. So we were thinking about that. Now that we have our van and we've been learning about van life, so we wanted to find out if there were any festivals with van life, and we stumbled across Peace, Love, and Vans.
Yay.
And it's Peace, Love, and Vans. It's like at Peace, Love, and Van Festival. Is how it is.
I'll put it up on the screen right here.
So I think you were looking into it and you found that there was like this one festival down South Florida.
So the first one that you found, Liftoff, which we were getting confused, but I guess the Liftoff is a smaller one in like Space Coast area, Melrose maybe.
Yeah, and when we were looking up to see when it was somewhere last year, I know we were looking up and it was during a time that we weren't going to be able to go. So then we're like, well, there's got to be another one, you know. And then and so we found that Peace, Love, and Vans has one in March.
Yeah, so it's March 7th through the 9th, right?
Didn't write that down. I think it's 6th, 7th, and 8th. Yeah, because it's Friday through Sunday, but I think we're going to go Thursday, which would be the 5th.
We're going Thursday.
It's that first weekend of February or first weekend of March. So we're like, yes, let's go to that. We got to get into these festivals, and I'd love to actually meet some of these people because, okay, so now it goes after we found about the festival, then we started looking into videos about it to see like what can we learn about it, what's there, like what do they do, and then we found people that were going, and one of the first couples I saw where they were like in their van and they're on their way. They're all excited. It was like their first time going to a van festival. Was the PS Adventures, Paul and Sarah. So it was a really cute video where they're all excited about on their way to the festival, and then they get there, and then they're set up, and they get out and walk around, and there's like they do like van competition for the van builds, to see all the different custom build vans. I think theirs is one of them, and they might have been in the competition for it. But yeah, so it was really cool to see them walk around with their video, and getting a little bit of a glimpse of all what they were doing there. And it was showing like all the different things that they would do. They showed like some, what are those conferences where they talk and
like workshops?
Yeah, workshops.
There's a bunch of, and,
so I was like, oh, this
if you
is
go to the
okay.
website, I'll put it on the screen. But if you go to the Peace, Love, Vans website, it has the schedule for all the music and all the workshops.
Yeah,
and,
so there's bands that play too, which is really cool.
A lot of really good stuff, and a lot of people like that have been, like I don't think Bob Wells is going to be there, but like people that have been doing it for years and they have a lot of experience in different things, and they can answer questions and do little workshops, about whatever they do. There's all kinds of stuff, and then there's vendors and food trucks, and there's a tiki. Is it called the Tiki Bar? Is it a Tiki Bar? I don't know.
I can't remember what it's called.
I should have it on my phone. But there's like a tiki lounge area where everybody can go chill and have drinks and stuff like that. And then they have a big stage, and they're going to have
a couple of bands,
quite a few bands play. And
I thought it was only like 2 bands.
So I think it's probably a band per night, maybe like the headliner. But it's the Blue Genies are playing, and you can find the schedule. I'm not really sure what it is yet, but we are trying to. I'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
Blue Genies, they're like a David Bowie tribute band. They're really good.
They sound
especially if you love David Bowie, which who doesn't?
I say they sound. We've looked on YouTube, so that's how
we've looked all these bands up. Like I didn't know.
They sound like they're pretty cool.
The only band I knew about was Dead Set, and that's because I play in Dead cover bands, and they're really good. Like West Coast Florida. And then there's Moonstone Riders.
Ooh, I like them a lot.
And they're friggin' amazing.
Yeah. They look like a lot of fun.
Yeah, so they're really good. You got to look up all these bands because they're really good. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what kind of music they listen to. I mean, it makes sense that there's a Dead band because, like, hippies.
Anyway, I think they got pretty good. They got pretty good. What is it? Event planners or whoever it is that are responsible for getting people like this to play, because these are pretty good bands.
It's like top notch. The whole setup is. And take it from me, I know what a good setup is, and that stage is amazing. The sound is really good from what we've heard on the channel.
So who else is it?
And then Steve McAllister.
Solo.
He's a solo guy, and I couldn't really find any of his. I'm sure he's got a YouTube page, and I think I was looking at it, but I'm not really sure. And then Ben Lushka. So I don't know if they spelled his name wrong on the. He's
on YouTube under both names. Yeah, you can find him under both names. Yeah,
so it's probably how it's pronounced is how his YouTube channel is. It's Lushka. And he rips on the guitar. I was like, just like watching him for an hour, and what?
Oh, how was it in there?
Shreds on the guitar. I'm not a guitarist, but I know he shreds. He does. He's really good, talented, sings good.
Maybe we'll get to interview him.
Yeah. So. Do you want to talk about these guys first?
Yeah. So again, when I was looking for festivals, and I came across the Van Life, or the Peace, Love, and Vans Festival, and then I found Paul and Sarah, who were on their way to the festival, and they gave us a glimpse into it, which is really cool, because I was like, oh, we kind of have an idea. And then through them, there was another couple that they knew, because again, a lot of them, they kind of like all have meetups, and it seems that this is like a group. So it was Steve and Audra were another couple that were part of, I guess, that group, or they were in her video. So I looked them up, and she does a bunch of videos too for this same festival. And hers are interesting too, because she has a whole different perspective when she does her videos. So she shows her van, or their van, Steve and Audra, and then she'll walk around and kind of give a glimpse into the festival as well, and what she does, and then she'll have other people that she's connected with. So then, of course, I go and look up their YouTube channels, and then I see what they do. And so I have seen that a lot of the people that she connects with at the festival, they do the van meetups. So her channel will show like how they do van meetups, and they'll travel through different places of Florida.
They're like in Oregon or something right now.
And then, but they also travel all over. So, their channel is pretty cool.
And that's who I was talking about earlier with the group that we started watching one, and then we'd see the different angle from the other channel, and that's that group right there.
Yeah,
and they're also friends with Lance.
Oh yes,
is boondocking with Boomer.
Yes,
so with Boomer. The first time I saw him, it was Stephen Audra and him, and then the other two.
Yeah, and then we were watching his videos from the other perspective with all of them.
And yeah, it's
I love how
weird. It's super weird. Like we're like, what is going on? Did we see this? And we're like, no,
this is from
it's a different perspective. So, but anyway, he seems super cool. So it was me. I was watching him the other day at a folk festival or a bluegrass festival, and I was like, all right, these are my people right here. So I'm looking forward to hopefully meeting him at the Peace Love Vans, because he just seems like a cool dude, and he likes music, and that's what we're all about. So we're gonna I actually talked to the administrative people at the festival, and they've invited us to be content creators at Peace Love Vans. So we're going to be there hanging with the Hunns, live from the Hunny Hive. We're going to be doing podcast, and hopefully, any of the people that I've mentioned, we'd love to have you guys come talk to us. And we're trying to get a different perspective. We want to basically glean your experience in our podcast and on our channel. We want for you to help people that are in the same position we're in, trying to get into this lifestyle, and what the steps are. And there's a lot of that out there, as far as different, like 10 biggest mistakes.
But they're all like the same. Like I would like to I'd like to hear the story. Like why'd you decide to do it? Like, of course, because that's what we do. I'd love to hear stories
we love stories.
Why you decided to, and how's it going, and give us some stuff that you haven't shared on YouTube, maybe.
Yeah, right. Tea time. Yeah. So, and I've already set up a interview with one of the bands, and I'm gonna I've only contacted I think 2. So I'm gonna try to get interviews with all the bands, so we're gonna have a perspective of the musicians and the bands that are at the Peace, Love, and Vans festival, and if they're involved with the van life, or how did they come to get that gig, or what do they think about it? It's just stuff like that, because we have friends that are musicians, and they are, whether they like it or not, they're van lifers, so you know what I mean? What?
We have friends that are van lifers?
You're just like staring into my soul.
No, I was trying to follow along, or understand who you're talking about. What?
You don't think Firewater's van lifers?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, whether they like it or not, they're freaking living in a van.
Yeah.
Pretty much. They have homes too, but
I thought you meant like, I don't know.
No, so we are super excited that they invited us to do this, because we're like noobs, we don't have very many subscribers, and like I just kind of feel like people that's the first thing they look at, like when you're in a band, if they look at your Facebook page or something.
Well, there's a whole different thing when it comes to a restaurant.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say, though. What I'm trying to say is that's the life that I've lived in, that we've lived in, and I've been promoting in that life. So it's like, that's why I think that way.
Well, they're also new. So I think it's just I appreciate that they are new, and it's almost like they're a community that knows that, that's what I appreciate about like learning about this community, that it's, they're kind of just there for each other. Right. And I feel like, it's like, hey,
down to earth.
And, they, of course, we're going to do a video to promote it. And, we are going to document our whole process of going there and when we're there and
food reviews.
But yeah, so, we'll have that video afterwards so you can see how it goes for us.
Yeah. So, and we'll, hopefully it's like Boomer said, he said, what'd he say? I have 1 million subscribers.
Oh, yeah.
Not yet.
No, yeah. I have 1 million subscribers. I have 1 million viewers. They just haven't subscribed yet.
Yeah, they just haven't subscribed yet. So
like,
that's true.
Think about it.
Yes, right. Positive mental attitude.
Manifest that.
Right. So,
but one more couple too that I ran across that goes to the Peace Loving Vans Festival is the Russos. We're the Russos is their YouTube channel, and it's Joe and Kate. They are so cute. They're the cutest couple, and I love their little adventures and watching their videos. And they have very helpful videos too. But so they had another perspective that we found where they were at the vanlife, Peace Loving Vans Festival, and they were doing their video showing around. But they also were one of the couples that did a workshop. Yeah. So they're I'm hoping we can run into them and get some information from them, or they'll have a workshop that we can sit in and listen to.
They're like godfathers too.
Yeah, I guess they've been doing it for a while.
What do you call the younger godfather?
Yeah.
And he's like Bob Wills is on the
he might go to the Colorado one, because there is another so the Peace Loving Vans Festival does 2 festivals. They do one here in Florida, and then later in I think it's later in the summer or fall probably is in Colorado.
And hopefully we'll be doing that one too.
Yeah.
When we're free, we're gonna go everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, if we're out that way, or we'll plan a trip out that way. Well, like I said, we don't know.
We were just talking about that last night about going to, because we've been volunteers at festivals for years, and we were talking about it last night about going to festivals and volunteering all over the United States. Yeah. That'd be fun. Yeah. So that's one thing. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff we can do.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if it becomes a thing where we can be doing our podcasts at festivals, I mean, interviewing backstage, or interviewing, the artists and or even the people that are behind the scenes, the people that make it all happen. That's who I want to interview. I want to hear about all what goes into making it happen, because I can't imagine all the hard work that it goes in. We have some friends that work on the festivals, doing the planning and the setting up and tearing down and all that. So, I mean, I'm sure
rigging. That's what I heard. The scariest one is the riggers. They're up in there.
Yeah. So it would be great to even interview some of those people. I love behind the scenes stuff. I love hearing about like how they make it all happen, but I also like the artists and hearing about their stories too. So yeah.
Did we mention Vernie and Dave?
So they're the latest ones that we came across, because that is because of Peace Loving Van Festival, getting in contact with them and getting that all set up. That's Vernie, right?
Yes. Yeah. And your homework is to, if you haven't gone to these people's if you haven't gone to these channels, go check them out if you're interested in any of the stuff we're talking about, because there's so many like awesome videos.
I mean, just adventure. You love adventure? Check them out. They're great.
Subscribe to their channels, because it really helps. It helps out. Subscribe to ours, if you want to follow along with us.
I mean, I've heard people like to live vicariously through some of these people, because you may never do the things that they do. We may never go to the extent of some of these things that some of these people do, but who knows?
We
we'll
won't
see.
be doing a lot of the off-road and stuff.
Yeah, because some of these people have some fancy. They got some fancy vans that can go off-road and not get stuck, and it's great.
That's their jam,
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? It's fun to watch them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like we're very much into the music life, so that's not going to go anywhere. I mean, it's just going to continue and broaden, across our channel, and we're just going to be doing more of what we're doing right now. It just won't be me playing; it'll be us.
Yeah,
interviewing.
And it's funny because a lot of that was another thing. So before we came across a lot of these couples, well, I mean, there's a couple that we mentioned that were solo. There's a lot of solo. A lot of them were solo van lifers, and that's fine too. But I found that it was like that's what they wanted to do. They were just like, I'm fine being alone, and this is what I do, and I'm alone out there. And that seemed that seemed really scary. And I mean, myself, I don't know if I could do that or if I even want to do that. More power to them. That's great. And some of them have Beth's midlife adventures. Beth is awesome. She does it solo, and oh my gosh, her videos are amazing. You should go check her out. She's it's at Beth Midlife Adventure. Anywho,
did you say what Vernie and Dave, their channel?
No, sorry. You went on to...
Did I cut you off?
Well, I think you were... Because I mentioned that we went through there, Peace Love Van Festival, and because we went through there to get into the festival, or to sign up for it, or, whatever, just to get our tickets and all that kind of stuff, you ran across... That's where Vernie, I believe, is the one that was talking to you, and that's why I was like, and so then that's where we looked them up, and we found Dave and Vernie, and they're at Roadrunner. At roadrunner.living at road. Oh my gosh, why can't I say that? At roadrunner.living. Yeah, so anyway, Dave and Vernie, they're cool. They have a little
smaller.
They're just starting out, I think, too, with their YouTube channel, but she seems to be doing really busy. She's really busy with the festivals, because apparently she is a lot involved with the Florida and the Colorado. I think mostly Colorado. I think they're from Colorado, like mostly out there. But so they're cool, and I'm looking forward to meeting them.
Yeah, and they have two big dogs, German short hairs. I had one of those when I was growing up. They're great dogs.
But yeah, so getting back to when I first started looking into this, and I'm bringing this up because there was a point I was trying to make when it comes to the solo van life. A lot of solo people, and then I was like, there's got to be more couples, and so that's when I was trying to look for more couples that are doing it, because of course I wanted to see, like, not just how, I mean, it's great and all the solo and stuff, but I wanted to see if couples and how they're doing it, because it's a little different when it comes to that.
Yeah.
That's okay. So with us, and a lot of people, not just solo people, but a lot of people are out there and they just want to be on their own, or they're it's in the wilderness, or it's like van life ends up being that you're not like, and maybe just your small circle. So, but with us, we actually, and we do enjoy people. I mean, sometimes it's nice to kind of.
We do enjoy people.
I mean, not that they don't either. Okay, so what my point is
yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
Even though we want to do the van life, it's not like we're trying to get away from everybody. We actually do want to connect with people.
Yes.
So that's what I was trying to get to. So we do want to go out there into the wilderness or whatever, travel, but we hope to actually meet people.
And spend time with family that's all around.
Oh, yeah. We have plenty of family and friends that are out there that we want to see along the way.
Play music with friends all over,
So, I mean, we like connecting with people. We like our alone time, but we also like connecting with people. So yeah, that's kind of like our vision is, to get on the road and meet new people and hear new stories and,
yes,
that's what I want to do.
Thank you. High five. So we're going to, this is the process.
Oh, and back to that. So now we get back to the process. So that's just kind of like blah, 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 blah. I don't know what, we just wanted to kind of like talk about all that.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to bring that back around to what we were talking about, the process now, in order to get on the road and doing this eventually, when will happen, which we say maybe a year. So in that process, so we, like I said, we had some videos, we talked about that. And Yeah, I thought, I thought it wouldn't be a big, I didn't think it was going to be such a big deal. I was like, oh yeah, we'll just like start taking things down and getting things together, get rid of them. But I tell you what, it is not an easy process. It is very overwhelming. So coming back to that is, when you start to actually go, and I don't care if you're in one room, you go one room and it's like, where do I even start? And it's like, that's where I'm at. And I feel like I've been that way for like since then. Like,
yeah.
But I have been doing little things here and there. I have been doing baby steps because it's like I have gotten in probably 2 or 3 bags of clothes I've gotten rid of so far. The shoes, I've gotten rid of some shoes.
It's a process.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, as long as I'm doing something. Oh, and the laundry room. Oh my gosh, that has become such a storage room. Yeah. And so I have went through that and organized and got rid of some things there. Didn't realize I could throw away a lot of things there, and that's what you start to see too. There's a lot of things that are just sitting there that you like, who wants this? Nobody's going to want this. What's this even here? Throw it away, And so I am doing little bit by little bit. And I did think, okay, you know what? Maybe if I could pick one room and take a month, I'd probably get every room in the house done by the end of the year. So if I take a month, that's
we don't have 12 rooms.
I mean, that's like every weekend I'm doing a little bit here and there. Yeah, I think so. Counting the garage.
Balling.
Yeah, and all the bathroom and the bathroom. So yeah, I mean it's
bathroom. Okay.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anyways, so that is what I'm hoping to do. So I did start with, but still, after I did the laundry room, it looked like I really didn't do anything. I did, but it's still, there's still so much stuff. Even our little laundry room has a ton of stuff.
And yeah, and so I don't want to make this too long.
Oh yeah.
But our trash people, just long story boring. Our trash people have, after COVID, we have this new trash
process
company or garbage company, and they're very specific about everything. So like we used to be able to like pile whatever on the side of the road and they'd come get it no matter what it was, beds or anything you want to throw out, and it'd be gone. And the neighborhood was spotless. And that now they give us a can and only what fits in the can is what they take. Or you can buy another one for like $70, but that's a lot of money for.
And we don't really need another one. Every once in a while we need it.
So anyway, my point is we can't, like, it's really hard to clean, like clean.
That's another thing.
Like spring clean, like where you're getting rid of all the the stuff that you've collected that you don't need and you put it down on the curb. Well, hopefully if it's decent, condition or something, somebody will take it. But
otherwise, it can only be furniture, and you have to call and schedule that and tell them exactly what it is, how many pieces.
Yeah. So what I've been doing, is I'll leave a little bit of room in the trash can, and I'm just like, with me, I do bottle art, so I have like,
oh, we have so many bottles.
100 cases.
Probably a whole shed full.
No,
2 sheds
in a garage. Too many.
Sheds full.
And my friends are awesome. They hooked me up with all these bottles when I was and I made a lot of stuff out of them. But I'm like, it's too much. So, and especially we're trying to get everything out of here. So I'll put a couple, boxes in the trash on top of that. And just every week, there's
so that's
52
the process.
weeks, and that's part of the process. Yes. So I just got to stay on top of it.
So it's a longer process than we thought it would be. It's like, wow, okay, yeah. I thought this was going to be like, oh, just box it up, get it all together. Right. No, it's nothing like that at all. And I'm like,
yep. So, but you're going to come along with us and watch the whole process.
We're documenting it.
Dirty, we're gonna have it down and dirty detail. And I'm trying to get her just to let go and just film it.
Well,
now.
okay, so I'm gonna
let them see it.
I do plan on doing a walkthrough, so I'm gonna do a walkthrough so you can get an idea of why it looks overwhelming. I mean, even if it wasn't even if we didn't have as much as we have. I mean, I've heard from other people that just are planning on moving and they just have to move their stuff to another place. Even that is overwhelming because you're looking at I gotta box all this up.
And don't get me wrong. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. When I say hoarding, I don't mean piles of trash with dead cats under it. Yeah. I'm not talking about that.
There's my hamster.
We have seriously, have you seen the videos? Yes, I'm sure you have. But I mean, we have really nice things, but a lot of really cool, little knickknacks and art, lots of art.
And that's another thing, because it's do I really want to get rid of that? Because if we're going to have our house one day.
Yeah, well, we're not going to get rid of the
So then we have
stuff.
Exactly. So then we got to think, okay, so we got to we're going to leave that there. We're not going to touch it because we want to keep that. So then let's move on to something else that we're not going to. So then there's this is a maybe. It will go to storage or go somewhere that will hold it for us. And then there's also who would want this? I know I have friends that are saying, hey, let me come over and see what you have. Don't get rid of everything yet.
Yeah. So go shopping.
Maybe we'll have an open house. Hey, here you go.
Yeah. So, and we did that before when we moved before. We pretty much
easiest thing is
everything away to our friends.
Giving away things.
And the only, stipulation was, hey, you got to come get it. So you come get it and you can have it. So, but
anywho, but yes,
that's pretty much.
Stay tuned for the process. We'll have it documented.
The first of the process videos, and we're gonna keep doing these podcasts, and we've got a big road trip planned for next month. I don't want to talk about that too much.
Yeah, but because we're still kind of in the process.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little more. But we are doing different van life things, so you guys stay tuned, and I'll post those videos and
yes, stay tuned for our
podcast. So
live from the Hunny Hive.
We got it's ADHD. Our niche is ADHD. That's what I've figured.
And maybe it'll kind of meld into something.
It will eventually when
specific.
When everybody figures out what we're doing.
Yeah,
we're just living.
But anyway, we enjoy you guys, keeping up with us. And
thank you for everybody who subscribes and comments, and
we really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
It's awesome. We're loving it. So I guess that's all. So we will see you next time.
Yeah.
Go to everybody's channel and
go check those out. They're fun.
Like and subscribe on their channel also, and tell them Hangin with the Hunns sent us. Yes, in the comments on every single one of these bands that I listed and all the channels. Hangin with the Hunns sent us.
Yeah. Yeah. And are you putting them at the end of the video so they can kind of look and see? Or I guess we could put it in description.
Put what?
All the actual
Yeah, I'll put them up when I'm saying them or something.
Or in description.
I could do that. That's so much easier. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I'm going through the whole video.
As I watched this, I just checked the description.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So anyway, shout out to everybody out there. Thank you guys for supporting us, and
and stay tuned for our videos on the festival that we're going to.
Yes,
we'll have that up after.
It's gonna be awesome. And go to the Peace, Love, and Vans page and check it out and buy tickets because they're selling out quick.
Yes, you don't have to be a van lifer. You don't even have to have a van. If you want to come out to an awesome festival
just to see them,
it's see dog the music. Friendly. I love that.
Dog friendly.
It's awesome.
It's got Vantini.
The music alone is really cool.
Vantini at the Tiki Lounge.
What is it?
Oh, never mind.
Was I supposed to know that?
Peace out, y'all.
Toodaloo.